Welcome to Journey to Safety, a podcast by United Response. I'm Claire, and today we're delving into a crucial issue that affects countless individuals: hate crimes on public transport. Our goal is to shed light on this troubling phenomenon and explore how we can all contribute to making public transport safer for everyone. Today, we'll focus on the personal experiences of individuals with unique needs who have faced hate crimes while using public transport. By sharing these stories, we hope to raise awareness, encouraging empathy and inspire action. While statistics show a concerning rise in such incidents, the real impact is felt by those who experience it firsthand. Today, we're honoured to have a very special guest who will provide valuable insights into the broader context of disability hate crimes on transport. Hi, Mark.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm really looking forward to, like I say, sharing my knowledge.
Well, what we need to get into is these questions so you can give out as much advice as you
Yeah.
can. So what advice would you give to someone who wants to support a friend or family member who has experienced a disability hate crime on public transport?
So first of all, make sure it's someone that they know. It could be a friend, a member of the family, or their support worker. To just first of all to have a chat around what happened to them, so that it's know that it was a hate crime, because most people don't know that a hate crime has been done against them because they think it's a norm. So talk it through with them. When they feel comfortable around that they know it's been a hate crime, then I would encourage them to report it.
So what are some of the signs that bystanders could take a look at for that they might indicate a disability hate crime is occurring on public transport? What could they see and then think, oh, this is going on?
Well, they could definitely see if it's too late for them to actually intervene from the beginning, as when the actually assault happens or throwing things.
Mm-hmm.
But then even the public might ignore it and say it's none of their business, so they'll walk away. So for me, it's around raising awareness to the public.
Yeah.
What should they look out for when, if they are seeing a person with a learning disability being attacked or being harassed or intimidated? So for me, it's around awareness.
Yeah, getting the knowledge out, definitely.
Yeah.
So, why do you think victims of disability hate crime on public transport might be hesitant to report these incidents?
Okay, so for me, it's like when I first started the I'm with Sam campaign, it was around raising awareness, and what people were telling us, like I think what I mentioned before, that people won't be believed. It's a normal day-to-day thing for them. It's around approaching a police officer again because of stories they've heard about. The police again won't believe them. They won't take them seriously. And it's around for them getting the courage as well,
Yeah.
knowing what a hate crime is, and getting support so that they can report a hate crime, whether it's out in the streets on their day to day or whether it's travelling on public transport. We do know
Mhm.
that through the work that I've done, that most people with learning disability, it mainly happens at a bus stop, or if they're travelling on a bus. There's not been too many occasions, as far as I'm aware, that people have been aimed at and actually reported it.
So, going on from that, then, in what ways do you think the design and accessibility of public transport can influence the occurrence of hate crimes against people with disabilities. Like, for instance, Transport for London, they've done a poster that says if you see somebody being with a perpetrator and they're having terrible things done to them, what people could actually do is say, do you know what the time is? To break what is going on between the victim and the perpetrator.
So yes, the poster's great, but it's just more than a poster. It's visible as well. So some kind of where they have a how information desk, they could maybe do something like that. So if people would want to report a hate crime, then they could know where to find a police officer.
So finally, what steps do you believe transport companies can take to create a safer environment for passengers with disabilities?
Well, I've travelled extensively both on the railway and the underground, but I think it's staffing wise, especially during the early evenings at late. So if people are travelling back home from work or they've been out for a night out, maybe going to the cinemas, so definitely more visible staff. So if a person uh, gets frightened, then they can go and ask that person, can you give me some support?
Thank you so much for your insights and for helping us understand the broader context of disability hate crimes on public transport. It's clear that while progress is being made, there is still much more work that needs to be done. And at United Response, we've launched a survey to gather more stories and data about disability hate crimes on public transport. This survey is a vital tool in our advocacy for safer public transport for all.
Sorry, no, I was just going to agree. Absolutely, I think this is the first survey in a long time that it's been aimed at public transport.
So today we've heard from powerful insights from Mark Brookes about the nature of disability hate crimes on public transport. These discussions remind us all of the very real and personal impact of hate crimes on public transport. And if you have experienced a disability hate crime on transport, we encourage you to participate in our survey. It's simple. The link will be shared alongside this podcast. Please come share your experience. Every response helps us build a case for the changes that are so desperately needed. We can all play a part in making public transport safer, whether it's by sharing our stories, supporting those who have been affected, or simply raising awareness. Together, we can create a more inclusive and respectful environment for everyone. Together, we can push the word where no one has to fear for their safety simply because of who they are.